specific kids. Who are we talking to?
The people at CES.
Why?
Because Chrysler invited us in for a peek at their newest concept car.
And they need us to kill some time while the presenters finish getting ready. Cool, but why are we wearing lab coats?
Because that's what marketing people think engineers wear.
Just stick to the script.
Okay. You see, back in the olden days, Chrysler felt bad for people being stuck in station wagons. So they invented the minivan. This car is like the Pacific's great-grandfather or something. Old school cool.
Right. So fast forward to now. Chrysler's wondering, what will millennials want to drive? What will happen when they have real jobs and,
I don't know.
Babies. It's inevitable. Exactly. They've got to hang up the hoverboard one of these days. So they brought a team together to create a concept car for those future millennials. Let's go see. They did tons of research and used high-tech tools and software.
And spent a small fortune on sticky notes. And came up with Dream Machine for... There it is! The new car!
Racy there! You guys, wait for me! Sorry. You don't get to see it yet.
Cool doors!
Cool seats! Harper, Miles, wait for me!
You and me rockets!
Now let's hear from the team behind the new concept designed by millennials for millennials. First up, Chrysler engineer Ashley Edgar.
Hi, everybody. Well, it's all true. In the next 10 years or so, millennials will equal 1/3 of the driving population. Based on biological fundamental probabilities, we can easily predict eventually they'll need to seek their own version of a family vehicle. Because babies. They could also engage in car sharing situations, start a life with someone who already has kids, build a business, develop interests that require pickup, delivery, or hauling capability. Because we're good at it, and it's the right thing to do, Chrysler is rising to the challenge again. The goal? Design a vehicle that discerning millennials recognize as a true object of desire. An extension of our lives that integrates as seamlessly and essentially as our cell phones. Game on. So we pulled together a group of young engineers and designers, and we immersed ourselves in the market research. Trust me, there's a lot. Based on these insights, we developed many design iterations, and yes, we used a lot of Post-it notes. We engage innovative technology partners and challenge each other to imagine all new ways to apply emerging technologies. And as we narrowed down our ideas, we gave ourselves clear design guardrails. The vehicle would have to evolve with the rapidly changing needs of the owner, with modular components and flexible space, with advanced upgradable technologies, with autonomous capability and affordability, designed with high value to scale up or down as needed. And it would have to be environmentally responsible, plus keep you connected to the outside world and within the social pod that it creates. We summed up our vision this way. People spend a lot of time in the third space, the place between home and work and other destinations, be it their social activities, kids' school, sporting events, etc. So we need to make that third space a vital and pleasant part of their lifestyle, a portal that transports them to wherever they want to be, enables all the things that they want to do. That meant we started with the interior. To tell you more about that, please welcome our interior designer, Cindy Jewett.
Hey everyone, I'm Cindy. I'm an interior designer at FCA. And as Ashley mentioned, when we first started this project, we really focused on the concept of creating a third space for this interior design. What does that mean? Well, instead of just a car interior, we envisioned a modern architectural space. A gallery drenched in natural light, open, spacious. Just a really beautiful place to be. And then as a team of designers and engineers, we worked together to make it all real, to actually deliver on everything we wanted inside the vehicle. So picture this lovely studio space. It's completely empty and waiting to showcase a collection of modern freestanding sculptures. It's a warm and inviting space, a place people want to spend time, surrounded by what is comfortable and refined. The space is intimate. It needs to be used in a variety of ways. So anything that interrupted our studio gallery flow was simply eliminated. Each sculptural form complements the other, elevating the complete experience. Nothing feels anchored. Everything floats. Everything suggests depth. We've added dimension to surfaces that are traditionally flat. For example, the floor. It's clear, and beneath it, you can see structural topography. And that same topography traces the contours of the speakers and even follows the shallow depressions that cradle the floor pedals. This is a testimony to design transparency and a celebration of expanding a traditional automotive space. The palette. We wanted the palette to look and feel like your favorite go-to sweater. Subtle, sophisticated, a collection of grays and heathers with jewel-toned accent splashed throughout, making it lively, fun, comfortable. Here we're showing it with a red-orange accent inspired by the carnelian gemstone, but it could be customized to yellow-green citrine, blue-green turquoise, or any number of jewel-tone colors. The materials inside beg to be touched. This is a warm, clean, and contemporary space. And because real estate is so precious, everything must work extra hard, both aesthetically and functionally. Nothing goes inside unless we need it. Do we really need seats? Well, yeah, the driver should probably have one, with the option to add more, because the car grows with you, right? So if you fall in love with someone who already has kids, no worries. You don't need a new car. Just add seats. And we believe that all passengers are created equal. And so we're offering premium seating for up to 6, having slim profile, hammock-like comfort. The seats are sculptural, and they're set on these slender pedestals. That makes for amazing legroom inside the cabin. Safety belt systems. They're built into the seats, so tripping and tangling, non-issues here. The seat backs can fold forward or the cushions up compactly, stadium style. The seats are tracked into the floor, and they can slide all the way forward or all the way back, depending on how you want to use the space. Instrument panel. Instead of a traditional IP, we're offering an elegant, sweeping sculpture that showcases an expansive panoramic display. And this display connects the driver to the car, the driver to their fellow passengers, the car to other vehicles, and everyone in that vehicle to a galaxy of cloud-based content. So we use touchscreens and discrete flush-mounted buttons that live within our sculptural styling. The technology invites user action, and it works just like your phone. Center storage console. Also tracked into the floor, it can slide forward and aft in the cabin, accessible to first and second row passengers. Just grab that release and pull towards you. Simple. The steering wheel isn't a wheel at all, but more of a control, blending the athleticism of a race car with the sophistication of a luxury jet. Our car is upgradable for autonomy, and our system kicks in to help the driver safely relax on the open highway. When it comes time for the car to do all of the driving, that control simply tucks away, perfectly flush with the instrument panel, and all passengers can just kick back and enjoy the journey. That's what our gallery looks and feels like from an interior design perspective. As for the driver and passenger interaction or user experience, you'll now hear from my teammate, Emilio Feliciano.
Thanks, Cindy. My name's Emilio Feliciano. I'm a user experience designer at FCA. In today's world of hyperconnectivity and real-time data, there's a lot more that's expected from our devices, and the vehicle's no different. Our devices play a huge role in our lives, connecting us to everything else, and everyone knows that. Cars do the same. There's loads of technology out there. Tons of it is in cars already, and there's plenty in this concept as well. The real trick is finding ways to use the technologies to make life better for everyone in and out of the car. The same interior design philosophy that Cindy spoke about earlier, that applies to the user experience as well. We focused on designing experiences that add value. That means we cherry-pick the technologies that enable the seamless integration into the car and into our complex everyday lives. For products that are such a big part of our lives, that seamless integration is key. And that's what this concept's all about. We like to imagine our concept as a next generation vehicle that serves as a hub for your life. Everyone's trying to get somewhere, physically, socially, and the perfect user experience should help you get there. It should help you sync up, recharge, connect, and if we do it right, drive somewhere. But the secret to an awesome user experience starts with a lot of research. So we traveled all around the world and listened to millennials who told us how they use their technology, both in and out of their cars. And when we imagine designing these products to seamlessly integrate into our lives, it gives us context for what the vehicle needs to be. For example, we learned that while millennials like buying things, devices, as much as anyone else, experiences are much more meaningful. And that's why we obsessively try to capture and share these experiences. And millennials are cost conscious as well. But if we see value, we're willing to pay for it. So products that are flexible, upgradable, and that elevate the experience keep their investment relevant. Millennials also value their time. So they particularly appreciate products that are easy to use, personalize, and feel like a normal part of their lives. That seamlessness is what we wanted to bring to this new concept in mobility solutions. For example, if you go hang out with a friend, you don't need a key to let yourself in. They see you, they hear your voice, they greet you, and invite you in. Same deal here. The car sees you approaching, recognizes your face, your voice, welcomes you, and opens the door. We're leveraging biometrics here, so no key fob, no RFID chip. The car knows you. So once you're in the seat, it automatically adjusts all your settings, finds a comfortable temperature, starts playing your favorite music, and offers to connect you with the other passengers to share other media. It configures all the driving information just the way you like, because it's based on your personal cloud-based profile. And it does the same for your significant other, your rideshare partner. There's a profile for everyone in the vehicle. The primary interface is the high-mount display that Cindy showed earlier. Images and data are mapped across the screens to prioritize critical data in front of the driver, environmental information in the middle, and passenger content over to the right. Millennials are used to really good visuals in a lot of the media they consume and the devices they use every day. So we leveraged real-time 3D graphics and animations that help the driver quickly grasp essential information. These 3D graphics are especially effective in creating very descriptive visuals to represent surrounding traffic, highway ramps, visuals, all in real time. And that's critical for autonomous driving. The use of 3D graphics also helped us design a sense of spatial awareness so that the car more effectively communicates what's going on around you in ways that you can quickly understand. The UI is also contextually intelligent, feeding you the right information right when you need it. For example, in an emergency, everything can shift red if the car senses danger, such as a car stalled ahead. Audio plays a big role too. Like when an ambulance is approaching, we can amplify the siren just for the driver. We can even position the audio to indicate the direction that it might be coming from. Of course, drivers can preset all their information so the information is arranged exactly how they like or kept at a minimum until requested. Content can be summoned using steering wheel controls, touch controls, or simply by asking for it using voice recognition. We've designed the cabin with all passengers in mind, and sharing's a big thing with my generation. So this car enables passengers to engage in social media, to share their music, their games with each other from their personal devices. A large community display is also mounted overhead. It's accessible to passengers in the second and third rows. And this really helps communicate important information to everyone in the vehicle, which is great for things like e-commerce, for example. When an In-N-Out burger is not too far away and everyone's really picky about their order, everyone can just use their phones. In fact, that's something we're particularly proud of. This vehicle's BYOD, bring your own device. So we offer up to 8 docking stations located on the instrument panel and on each seat that can be used for charging and securing devices. And as Cindy said, a vehicle designed for millennials should grow with them. It needs to perform well in all contexts of their various stages in life. And by being device agnostic, we make this possible. You don't want a car manufacturer telling you what devices to use. You need a car that integrates everything you already have. The cabin is equipped for plug and play, the seamless integration of cameras, wearables, and plenty of other accessories that can come later down the line. For example, this means that new parents can start out by plugging in a baby monitor in the back and then accessing video up front. That same feed works with a baby Einstein tablet that keeps the toddler happy. So I'm told. And the system lets the kid graduate to an Xbox or a PlayStation in short order without needing to buy a new car. Taking a road trip with friends, the car is also equipped with multiple cameras that not only help you safe park and drive, but let you create your own carpool karaoke videos while you ride with your friends. And the side view mirrors have also evolved into modular 360-degree cameras that feed video to the occupants as well. We've even designed PZA, personal zoned audio, to keep everyone happy and headphone-free in their own sound bubbles. So the little one in the back can watch the Muppets while mom and dad rock out to Nickelback, and you, the driver, can tune it all out. You're welcome. So what are some other ways we've imagined this concept could interact with your various life stages? Well, seeing is believing.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Very surreal moment being up here. I'm Matt Dunford, exterior designer at FCA. And today, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Chrysler Portal concept. Thank you. When I first started thinking about the exterior design for this concept, I was inspired by architectural designs for homes, both traditional and contemporary, and particularly the entrance, primarily because everything about a design experience starts when you step through that door. This distinct, bold design began literally with the shape of the side door. As automotive designers, we traditionally try our best to hide them, but here the doors are the theme. And it's less about the surface and more about the proportions and graphics, the sweetness of the profile, and the relationship to the interior volume. With this portal concept, the defining focal point is the entrance, highlighted by this iconic shape. And I admit it, the team fell in love with how that portal acted sort of as the focal point, how it naturally invites you into the car. And everything about the exterior design is connected by the shape of these doors. And this fulfills our design concept of what we call a third space. A space where millennials will feel at home and inspired, because the exterior design wraps that interior volume as closely, as efficiently, and as beautifully as possible, creating a harmonious relationship between the two. This is the first time, in my experience, that light has been used to this extent as an automotive exterior design element, beyond, let's say, your traditional headlamps or tail lamps. And while it looks pretty cool, it's also functional too. The light acts almost as the car's voice, to communicate in ways people can easily understand. The colors are infinitely adjustable across the full spectrum of light, so you can not only customize your look, but use the shade of illumination as a signal. Maybe consider how this portal feature could make your life a little bit better. Let's say you're waiting for an Uber, or your friend is meeting you at the game and the parking lot is full of tailgaters, right? With a simple text, you can let them know, hey, watch for the green portal. The portal concept will default to a set color whenever it's in autonomous driving mode, so that it's communicating with other cars around you. And in the spirit of full disclosure, this door design also speaks to my own personal pet peeve as a 95th percentile male, which is technical lingo for pretty tall. I hate bumping and rubbing my shoulders and feeling a bit like Quasimodo when I lose the calling shotgun, which happens a lot in my case. The challenge, though, is getting around the B-pillar. The B-pillar is that piece of structural steel usually found between the doors, that thing you have to wiggle around to get into the back seat. So to solve this issue, we shifted the structure of the B-pillar to the door, and it slides out of the way with the doors when you don't need it. You can easily hop inside for better ingress and egress. Oh, and by the way, the opening here is 5 feet wide, so loading from curbside is easy breezy. With the doors closed, it's easy to notice the high water line here, set well above the fenders, to visually make the car look light but stable, and to anchor the dominant portal shapes. The stance is athletic in nature, planted with very little overhang, ideal proportions for us. Ashley will tell you a little bit more about how we make this possible, but it's the overall balance that's key here. The car looks streamlined, lighter and leaner. The maximized 21-inch wheels are pushed out flush with the simply draped fender flares, which creates a visual lightness and agility that is unusual for this segment of vehicle, and I think that's pretty cool. You can see how we have this structural floating panel on the side surrounded by glass, which is kind of like an island, and that complements its surroundings and protects the occupants. And aesthetically, it ties the car together from front to rear, complementing all of the simple, clean, curved profiles you see. The overall effect of these island-like panels is to make it look as if the car is wrapped in glass. The exterior is also inspired by minimalist shapes and forms you see in everyday tech objects like your phones or laptops and devices. This interplay of transparent and solid panels helps the car feel more light and bright, inside and out. In fact, even the roof is a transparent canopy. And for structural integrity, we use what we call a carbon fiber X-brace, which is visible through the glass to maximize rigidity and save weight. And it actually mimics initial engineering load studies we experimented with in the computer. And for the interior, it delivers specific pools of sunlight to each of the passengers, giving them their own personal skylight. The floating panel motif is repeated in the front here, but with more of a face to give the car a sense of direction. Here we're going for a look that is both efficient and approachable. The floating panel works like a grill for kind of a setting for what we call an evolved Chrysler wing badge. Headlamps use next generation thin lens LED technology with an adaptive driving beam, which improves visibility by adjusting to driving conditions. Now, as you move to the back of the car, you can see we've integrated our floating panel theme here, integrating into the hatch with a C-shaped lighting feature that cradles it. There's also a storage bin built into the liftgate, activated by proximity sensing, of course. That can hold things like muddy shoes or a wet swimsuit, stuff you don't really want inside your car. And when activated, the drawer opens swiftly for the user and stows away flush as if it were never there. Dreaming and aspiring to capture beauty and function together really allowed us, the team, to bring our vision for the future of millennial mobility to life. Unfortunately, my time is up, but here's Ashley to tell you a little bit more about how we achieved this vision with a distinctive, integrative solution. Thank you.
Hi, I'm back. You probably have already picked up on a few things that make the Portal concept distinctive. It has a flat load floor, lots of interior room, minimal overhangs both front and rear, and an obsessive focus on giving millennials the value and flexibility that they demand. Another thing that makes it distinctive, the storage bin that Matt mentioned, perfect for its charging cord. Yes, the Portal concept is a battery electric vehicle. This all-electric vehicle uses a single motor to drive the front wheels. The 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack has more capacity than systems currently use. It's a flat pack, which enables the flat load floor, and it adds structural rigidity to the underbody, which lowers the center of gravity and enhances ride and handling. Unlike many of today's all-electric vehicles, this one is designed for road trips free of charge anxiety. It has 250 miles of range with DC fast charging capability, which charges up to 150 miles in just under 20 minutes, perfect for the quick pit stop. Focused on ease of use, we've placed the charging port in the front and integrated the charge indicator into the evolved Chrysler wing badge, so you can check its status from the comfort of a window at Starbucks. One of the things I've enjoyed most about working on the Portal concept is coordinating with the various teams to make sure everything works together. There were so many ideas, sketches, lists of must-haves, and it was fun making sure nothing was lost in translation. Design, engineering, product development, the FCA Brain Trust, the digital tech experts, even purchasing was in on this from the start. Plus, we worked closely with our colleagues at our supplier partners to make sure our concept was not just smoke and mirrors. Shout out to Magneti Marelli, Adient, Samsung Electronics, and Panasonic Automotive. It sometimes felt like I was shopping in an exclusive automotive mall. All of the most futuristic but realistic technologies were available and ready to be integrated, collecting everything that would combine to make the ideal vehicle for millennials. The team is very proud of this Portal concept. It's totally wired for the future. The tuck-away steering wheel that Cindy showed you, the user experience that Emilio explained with its sophisticated graphics, the smart exterior lighting sequences that Matt demonstrated. All of these have been designed to be upgradable to support full autonomous driving as technology advances. My point is, it's not just one individual feature that we've talked about today that makes the car perfect for the evolving millennial lifestyle. It's how all these ideas and features come together to make that ideal third space. You see, for this audience, it's not about 0 to 60 speeds or high horsepower. Although I have to say, like any electric vehicle, this one has amazing torque. But for the people interested in this car, smart is the new sexy. The Portal concept delivers everything we know millennials want: modular components, flexible space, upgradable technologies, and affordability. It's designed to scale up and down as needed, offering lasting value by adapting to their changing needs, changes in the world around them, like autonomous driving capability. It's socially connected, making it easy to create and share content. It's environmentally responsible with a small carbon footprint. And yet it grows in capability right along with the owner. It even looks cool. Yeah. This is our solution to the design challenge, to open up a new world of mobility for millennials, one that feels surprisingly like home. This is the Chrysler Portal concept. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please hold a moment for press photography.